Marketing and systems are two conversations that we have with a lot of real estate agents, and a lot of them have them in separate conversations. But Juli and David operate their business so efficiently that marketing happens naturally within their system. And they're one of the most productive teams doing thousands of real estate transactions over the last couple of years. And if you want to learn how to do that for yourself in your real estate business, check out this conversation with Juli and David Jenkins.
I want to talk about y'all's system and how you operate your business. And I think from a client-facing standpoint and from people who are on your team or may want to join your team in the future, I think it's important and it's valuable for you to talk about this. Most realtors that we talk to, and I say, do you have a system that you operate in? They're like, oh, we don't really have a system.
They refer to their CRM is what they most do. And I'm like, no, that's your in the business. What's your on the business process?
Like how are you setting goals for your team? How are you holding your team accountable? How do you identify who your clients are? How do you market to your team? Everybody has a system in which they operate. They might not have identified it, might have written it down, but the way you turn over properties, right? It's all part of your operating system. So I want to start with the team that you have. How do you manage the agents and your transaction coordinators and all the people that are on your team?
I'm pretty hands off. I'll be honest. So like, I don't follow the Keller Williams model. When Chris was going to get in the business, but I tell him, you don't want to be on my team. You need to go to somebody who's going to teach you how to grind. Right. And that's where he did do that. He did that. But that's exactly right. But Lewis follows a model and Lewis follows this and he does the grind. Okay. I've been blessed and being wildly successful by flying by the seat of my pants. Okay. I do what I want to do. I do what I like to do. I learn what I need to learn, where I need to learn it. Like
she works relentlessly hard.
Yeah.
So like, I think it is like the work ethic. It is my knowledge and my ability to put together that. So as far as my team goes, it's like, what's your goal? Then I have my goal. We add it together. And that's the team goal. Okay. I'm not looking to double it every year. I'm not looking to be number one. Like that was never it. And like I've sat in a number of meetings. I'm like, even if you look at like last year's stats, it was mind blowing, right? I sold, I don't even know, 150 million, right? But do you realize that was less than 1.5% of the entire market in Baton Rouge?
Oh, wow.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Okay. That's a lot of pie.
Yeah.
So I don't have to compete with you or this or them. I compete with me. Every morning you get up, you're looking at your competition in the mirror. Okay.
Love that.
So like you do you. Don't look at what I'm doing. I'm not a video girl. I'm not a Facebook girl. I don't do all that, but I'm just me. I'm just successful on doing me.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, I don't know that I'm answering your question
you are.
because it's just like, I focus on the things that are important to me. And then my business has just been built over time.
Yeah.
And now it's majority of mine is fear and majority of mine is the callback.
But I would say that we do help the team members to setting goals. Like it's not just I think I can do this. No, this is a more realistic goal. Let's, shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
But
I like three things that you said. I mean, one, you're leading in that there's a unified vision. When you said y'all combined your goals, like that's how you accomplish something quickly if everybody's moving in one direction towards one goal, right?
But I'm active. Like I'm not trying to look to step to get out of it. I'm in it. This is like, I get up every day. I still go but I could do it.
I don't get the whole like, and I got asked at the other day, like, you're never going to retire. Like everybody builds businesses to retire. And I'm like, why would I want to retire? Like I literally enjoy watching everybody succeed every day. Like that is like, it's what gets me going. Like, you're right. If I retired, I'd go open a nonprofit and then I'd be trying to structure that shit. So like, I always want to be moving to something. And then the second thing on just establishing how vast the pie is, that is true leadership because that's collaboration, not competition. Right. And then the last part, the third thing was, I got into real estate later in my career and I love the competitive nature because I'm also a high D, but most people in the industry are not. And so I feel like the whole industry is built around people like me, you, and Jared. And then they have all these other people that could be really good at it, but can't find their place because the systems are pushing in that direction. And I started telling people anytime he put me in front of a group of real estate agents, like, because I was doing that in front of business owners, but not agents. And it was like, help them run like a business. But I would end on mindset and remind them that comparison is a thief of joy, right?
Yeah.
You show up every day to be a better version of you. And when you constantly have these leaderboards, sometimes speaks to certain personalities, but not to the rest, you lose sight of what you're improving on, which is yourself, your own personal awareness, your own personal development. So stop comparing yourself and show up every day to be a better version of you and contribute towards that unified goal that your team has. Simple. So like just in your simple conversation, you pointed out 3 things that we just try to preach to the industry over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word simple is exactly what I was thinking. It doesn't a system doesn't have to complicate it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're selling real estate, right? Mr. David said, you look at your spreadsheet, there's steps in the process. I'm sure the cells are red if they're late or they're green if they're on time, whatever. I mean, it's simple, right? It doesn't have to be a complicated process. You just have to go out and build relationships with people and then follow that process from getting the transaction done. But when you're setting goals, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to make it overly extensive when it comes to the things you're tracking. It's just, what's our goal to get deals done and let's grow. And I think the other part of that I like what you said was about you ask them what their goals are. You don't tell them what their goals are.
That's right.
And I think something clicked in the Keller Williams model, because I've heard other people say this, and me and you never had this conversation. It could have been your mindset the whole time, but you don't by you telling somebody what their expectations are, what their goals are, you're never going to get buy-in.
Not going to be buy-in.
But I learned that from corporate America.
Yeah.
I was telling them what their goal was and they would never do it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like I couldn't get them to, they don't want it for me.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it for me.
Yeah.
You have to do it for you.
For sure.
And I can't want it for you.
For sure.
I mean, I got tired wanting it for you.
Yeah.
So like, that's what I'm saying. I get up every day because I want it for my family. Mm-hmm. I get up and I do what I do for my family. Like that's what drives me.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people get nervous to get on a real estate team because they feel like they're going to be told when to be there, what to do, and how you're going to do it. And they get the goal set for them, and they don't want that. And like you said, comparison's the biggest thief of joy. I've seen so many realtors have the business that creates the life that they want, but they're not content because they look at the guy next to them or girl next to them and think, oh, I need to be doing that. I'm like, the reality is you've got everything that your family needs within this business, and you're happy if you would just focus on what you have and not try to go get more of the pie because you feel like this other person does, and you should be at that same level. If the business is creating the life you want, enjoy it. Go do what you need to do with your life after that.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
And I would say
Good place to be.
We're trying.
at the peak of our
We're trying to
business,
scale it.
when we had several buyers agents on our team, we did have a bi-weekly meeting, which was important. We spent a lot of time preparing for those because we would look at, okay, in the last 2 weeks, what have we learned? There have been some challenges. We can present some learning experiences to the team. Just kind of check in with everybody. Where do you stand on contracts? Another thing that we do is we review every contract that gets written in our team. Either Juli or I will review it.
Everyone.
And it takes 5 minutes
Before it gets signed?
Before
Yeah.
it goes out.
before it goes out because,
It's got my name on it.
yeah, it's such an easy thing to review, but the mistakes that get made, it's like,
We're the title company.
But I mean, but I see it.
So
like I find myself like I get a contract from someone else and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is not what they told me. Like, this is not it. And like, I will call them back and I will like, do you have a minute to chat? And I'm like, I'm trying, and like literally just had somebody on a big team. And I was like, let's go through this. I was like, 1, this isn't correct. I was like, 2, I want you to add this on this line. 3, this goes here. 4, this goes there. And I was like, hey, you didn't put your compensation on there. Do you want to get paid on this deal? So I'm going to act like I didn't get this. And I'm going to ask you to rewrite it the way you truly intended it to come up to me.
so that other team wasn't reviewing their contracts, and this was a new person or
Yeah.
had some things going on and missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But we knew that the deal would probably fall
It's going to fall
apart
apart.
If you don't have that involved,
if we didn't get this corrected. So that was why Juli said, look, here's a learning moment.
yeah.
And I did it again. I mean, I've done it to another owner agent buying for herself, but doesn't do a lot of deals. Send it over to me. And I was like, look, my client's like an attorney. like they're going to like rip you up.
Yeah.
Like, could you please put on here what you're trying to communicate? Because this isn't going to fly.
Yeah.
I already know the personality type that I have over here. So if I deliver this, I'm going to nail you to a cross.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want the deal to happen. I need it to happen. What you said and what you presented to me are two different things.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm asking if they're going to be, and like, then at the end, when we were like closing, they'll usually tell me, they'll be like, you really were trying to help me. And I was like,
Yes.
really was.
Yeah. Rachel,
That's
really
just
was.
closing the deal.
yeah.
really
Rachel
was.
on the first deal, Rachel closed and Miss Julie was walking in and she was nervous. I'm like, if Julie's your first deal, you're going to be fine. If something happens, she's got your back, but she's also going to make sure you're taken care of. I was about to make a point about, the mindset. And, that's what I was going to say. Y'all said that y'all don't really have a system in which you operate. You've already told me 8 things that you do.
Yeah,
that is your operating system. Y'all just haven't identified it, right? I mean, like the fact that you have every one of those contracts hit your inbox before it goes out. That's a huge part of a process that solves a lot of problems for people.
Right. And we're trying to teach the agents as we go along.
But we're consulting while they're negotiating. I'm asking, who's the other agent? What's this? What's that about the property? Like, let me look at the comp. So I'm involved in the negotiation of the deals. So yes, I'm up to my eyeballs in it. That's the fun part to me.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff I'm like, game on.
I can tell you, Chris is loving it too because he's going to get good advice.
Yeah, we're trying to provide value to our agents too. They're very independently operated. Like they don't come into an office every day, but we're engaged.
Or at home.
Right.
Yeah, Ron does, but
Yeah, right. Other than
Ron's
the
at
assistant,
my house
the
more than I
assistant
am.
is
Yeah.
very integrated in our day to day.
So you'll get him his type of coffee that he wants. It's important.
he doesn't drink coffee.
Serial killer.
I know. I don't either. But then we do have another assistant that helps, and she's the right hand, left hand to doing like the client.
She's our life
and
assistant.
that's what we call that.
Oh, I love that.
She helps with our rental business. She helps with our.
She was sitting next to me at lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Misty.
Yeah, she was awesome.
When the kids were growing up, she would help with getting tuxes and just anything and everything that we needed. And she was Julie's former manager at the elevator.
At the AT&T.
So when she retired, she came on.
I had one of those, and then she got her nursing degree and got a job.
But again, I just want to reiterate again, this last segment, we talked a lot about systems. Y'all have people and systems in place. You just don't identify them. And again, really successful people don't overcomplicate it to where they feel like they have to build this elaborate plan and system. They just do the little disciplines that allow them to be able to be successful and live the life you want, right? I mean, somebody with a closed mind would say, I don't need a personal assistant and an assistant in my office. I hear it all the time. Agents who hit a ceiling, they say, I don't need to come to this training where we're going to talk about scaling your business because that's not my type, I'm not the type of agent. If your business is where it needs to be, then fine. But if you're trying to grow, you've got to think about how you can implement systems. And they don't have to be a W-2 employee. They can be people who are in your life that support you.
That's right.
That allow you to grow. And I think the other person who's told me this before, Stephanie Machado. She's very disciplined with her day to day and how she structures her life. And I've always admired that about her. And it gives me motivation and relief to know that you can do things to make yourself be able to be the most efficient person.
I'd say hands down, the most significant thing that Julie did in her whole business was hiring Ron, that first assistant, because it wasn't just a small impact. It was like a multiplying.
Oh yeah. In a long-term impact too.
Yeah. So